everyone, I'm Helen and welcome to our little hobby nook. So today I wanted to go through and pick some pages for May to colour in. I've been trying to hold off doing this video because I've been waiting for the hashtags to drop over on Instagram and the colour alongs and things, but I haven't really seen very many so far. So I have wrote down a couple that have come through that I want to participate in. So I will be picking my pages to reflect those tags and the colour alongs and things. I also have my stack of 8 books that I want to focus on throughout this year, and try and get a couple of those done. I don't end up doing all 8 of them each month, but I do try and do at least 4 of those books. If I get 1 page done or 2 pages or whatever, then bonus. I do try and alternate as well if I can, so if I haven't done a page one month, I'll try and do it the next. But it all depends on mood and what I feel like colouring at the time. So it is morning, so I have got my cup of tea here. I'm going to have a quick sip because I've got a bit of a frog in my throat, so I do apologise if I end up coughing or anything this morning. I end up waking up first thing. See what I mean? I'm asthmatic, and yeah, my breathing's quite bad in the mornings. I was going to wait, but to be honest, I really want to get on and crack on and do some colouring, so I thought I'd do my video nice and early, get it posted up, and then I can crack on. So I'm going to have a quick sip and then I will show you my 8 project books to start with, and then we'll go through the rest of our colouring collection and pick some pages from there. Okay, so to start off with, we've got Mouse Guard. Now this is a project book that I am focusing on for the year, but it's one that I'm doing alongside with Shane. So this is a case of we get it done when we get it done. I do like to colour along with him, so although the page is picked, I won't start colouring in it until we both sit down and we're doing it together. And we basically take it in turns on picking the page that we are doing, and this time it was my choice, and it is this one with the snail and the bluebells, so it's perfect for spring. So I'm hoping we do get around to manage to colour this before the summer comes along, but if we don't, it's fine. The book's not going anywhere. But yeah, he's been super busy with work, so he hasn't really had a chance to sit and colour. He had a good start to the year, and then yeah, just work, life. But yeah, so that's Mouse Guard. Then we have Ball de Pois, and I'd like to join in with, bear with me, it's Colourful Bulls Lavella 2025, I do believe. I'll pop it up on the screen. And that's hosted by Lavella's Colouring and Colourful Diary 2018, and they pick a page each month for us to colour in and join along. And this month is this sweet little girl page with the holding a bouquet and these cute little what look like corgis. So that would be really fun to do. Some really nice pastel colours. Not sure what to do for the background or even here, but yeah, I do like that page. I do try and do more than one as well a month if I can, but time permitting and all that. But I want to try and get maybe one of the water themed ones, so the otters. There was another otter page in here as well for the spring section. This one, or even this one. I love otters, and I haven't done any of them yet, so one of those 3 maybe I'll get round to. And if I don't do that one, then it probably will be one of the otters. But I do want to get into this book and try and colour along as much as possible. I want to get as many pages done in this book as I can. It is a really nice book. Then we have the Land Under the Microscope, and I don't think I picked a page in this one. No, I haven't picked one in here. So let's have a quick flick through and see what we might find. So the hashtags that I have found so far are the Colour the Fairy Tales by Geordie Colours. She chose The Little Mermaid, and the prompts are Mermaid, Boat, Shell and Sealife. Elm Colours, Erica is doing a Mermaids Through the Seasons, and she's picked 4 different colour palettes for each of the seasons, so that would be fun to do. Maryfullcolours has a mythical creature, so that would be fun. I've got quite a lot of mythical creatures in some of my books. And Jess from Colouring Bumblebee has posted her Lulu Mayo scavenger hunt. That is such a mouthful to say first thing in the morning, for the month, and she chose Shell, Boat, Lilypad and Shelf. So that's all I found so far. There are a few others that like yearly ones that I'd participate in, so I will do those. And obviously you've got your Colour Your Hoard by Lavella on the books that you've untouched, and I've got quite a few of those. So yeah, let's carry on having a quick flick through here. Being land, I don't think I'm going to find very much sea pages, although I could do this one with the shells, so that could work for Joe's hashtag. I do like those pages, they're both fun. They can either have one or the other, or do as a double page spread. I do like those, they could be fun to do. It doesn't have to be like those themes, obviously. It's just I want to try and focus on some water themes, and obviously mermaids being Mermay. So yeah, be fun to do. I think I'm going into the autumnal section now. Yeah, maybe those two if I get around to this book. I do enjoy this one, it's filling up quite nicely, so that's that one. Then we've got Magical Dawn, and I believe there was a couple of mermaid pages I found in this one. So we've got this one, she's really pretty. I love Hannah Carlson's portraits. They're not Christine Karen portraits, but they are still pretty. And I do really enjoy her books. Her paper is beautiful, and yeah, I just really do enjoy colouring in her books. I have got a lot of untouched ones, but that's because I've been focusing on set books. So yeah, I do want to try and get one done in most of her books, and at least have most of her collection with something in it by the end of the year. So yeah, we've got this mermaid face on this side, and could even do the fish possibly. And we've also got the shells on this side, and then this one on this side. And although she doesn't look like a mermaid, she doesn't have like a mermaid tail, she's still in the water, so could still do that as a mermaid, but that could be fun as well. So that's Magical Dawn. Then we've got Luna, and I found a couple in here. So we've got this sweet little mermaid sleeping on the anemone with the jellyfish and the fish and the coral, so that'd be a nice one to do. Also this octopus with the little boat, oh, 2 little boats there. Oh, there's one there as well, so that could be fun. And then got these 2 pages, so again could do them as a double page spread or one or the other. but this seahorse is beautiful. And down here, the coral could be a really fun colour palette to do. That'd be quite fun to do for Erica's hashtag with the seasons maybe. Well, there's no mermaid in there, but it would still work for the colour palette. So that's Luna. Then we've got fairy tales and folklore, and there is a few in here. So we've got this cute chubby little mermaid in a bottle. I think that is so sweet. I'm not very good with bottles, so that would be a good challenge to do maybe. I think this one's supposed to be a mermaid, but I really do not like this face. I've mentioned it before. I don't know, I just think it's a bit ugly. But yeah, and I don't know how I would change that face. I don't know what it is. I think it's the eyebrows that's putting me off. The eyebrows just don't look right, and then the lines for just the top of the lip, I think that need to be whited out and then coloured. I think once it's coloured it will be fine, but I think because of the line art it's just really putting me off. But yeah, I probably won't do that one, but this one is a good contender. I do like this one. What else did we pick? We've got this one on the left. So although she doesn't look like a mermaid, I believe it could be, because you've got your fish. Well, there's a Lilypad, so to me Lilypads are ponds, not really ocean. But then you've got a jellyfish, so who knows. But yeah, that would be really pretty to do. See, this face is really pretty, and the lines aren't so stark. And yes, it's the same eyebrows, but I don't know. It's probably the composition or something. I don't know. Just me being a weirdo, I guess. Then we've got this octopus. This one looks really fun to do with the houses on the top. I'm not sure how I would sort of tackle that. I'm not great with underwater, but I think that would look quite fun to do that look, all murky water and then the bright sky and things in the top. So that's a possibility. We've got this whale inside the flowers. I've seen a few versions of this and it's stunning. I think that would look really pretty done as well. And we've got this one, which I think would be really fun as well, with the scales on her face and the gills and things already there. I think this one would look really fun in not traditional colours, but in some like blues and greens and pinks, and yeah, I think that would be really fun to do an alternative skin colour. It'd be really fun. So that's a possibility as well. And I didn't get around to this one last month, so I'm hoping to get one of these this month done. Okay, so next up we've got Wild of Flowers, and I tagged this insane wallpaper page. I have an idea. I don't know whether my idea will work. It requires me buying a couple of supplies, but I do have an idea for this. If my first idea don't work by finding what I want, by buying a few bits I want, then I do have another idea. But we shall see. So this is the one that I've sort of picked. If I don't get around to this one, I might just flick through and find something else, because again I didn't get around to doing this one last month either. Obviously just being flowers, there's not really anything water themed or anything in here, not that I remember anyway. This is probably where I found something now. I know there's a fish in here. I think I've gone past it. But yeah, I could always draw something in sort of like some of these circular images, but I can't draw. Really can't draw. So yeah, so it's probably this one, and like I say, I've got an idea, but we shall see with that one. I need to get onto Google and see if I can find what I'm after. So that's World of Flowers, and then the last from my project books is in Fragile World, and I've picked these two fish. I think these are groupers. Are they groupers? Let's have a quick look. Humphead wrasses? Is that how you say that? Is that page? 26, 27. Yeah, it is. So yeah, whatever that is. They look like groupers to me. Maybe they are a type of them. I don't know. Who knows? I think that would be quite fun. Although it is a double page spread and there is a lot going on. Not sure if I'd get around to that. But that would be a nice challenge to do. What else did I pick? We've got the turtle page. I think that would be really fun. There's a lot of small details on there, but I think that one could be a good contender. And I do like this one as well with the is it a whale shark? 49. Yeah, whale shark. I think that one could be quite fun with all those fish. And then I also picked the otter. I think this is a river otter, not a sea otter. Again, I could be wrong. Let me check. I'm often wrong. Oh, it is a sea otter. See, told you. I was wrong. So yeah, I could do that one. I've wanted to do this one for a long time. So this one's probably a heavy contender for the month. There are some other pages in here that I could have picked, but those were the ones that I picked, with the possibility of a double page spread. I haven't done a double page spread in a while, so we shall see. So that was the books for my project books for the month, for the year. Okay, so next up I've got quite a big stack of untouched books, and I won't be able to get through to all of them because of time constraints and all that. I don't think we've got anything planned for May, but I'm not sure. We are due to go and see family, so that may happen one weekend, but we shall see. But I do want to try and do a couple of untouched books this month. Which one I get to will depend on the day when I start colouring and what inspires me and things like that. So this is Labyrinth by Joseph Cattenbank, and this is a recent purchase. I just bought this not too long ago, so that's my reasoning for not colouring in this book. So I have good valid reason for this one, and there is a mermaid page at the back of the book, this one, and it is absolutely stunning. However, I'm not sure how I would tackle it, because the way that the perspective of the view is, she's sort of looking down into the water, so you've got this mermaid here that looks like she's closer to the surface, and then you've got these down here that are further down. So I'm not sure how I would try and get the depth into the page, if that makes sense. So obviously this is going to be sort of darker and dingier down here, and then up here it's going to be a light surface. I know what I mean. And also I'm not sure whether this is a bubble or whether it's supposed to be a pearl, like a mermaid's pearl. So yeah, but I do like this page. It's the only one that I found with Mermaid in here. There are a few water theme pages in here, with some sea life in, which I could maybe choose instead. This book is absolutely stunning. I've got a few ideas for some of the pages, but not for this month. This page is beautiful. I loved what Erica just did over at Elm Colours. Her colour palette is just stunning. Yeah, I'd highly recommend going and checking that out. I love this page. These are cute. But yeah, there are some really, really nice pictures in here. This one would be fun, but at first I thought they was underwater, but I'm now thinking they're more flying. They're flying rather than underwater. It kind of reminds me of the Bed Knobs and Broomsticks a little bit. Yeah, that page is super cute. So we've got this one with the jellyfish, and the little kitty cat. So that one maybe could be a contender. Again, this one, well, that's not sea life, but it's water themed. Again, this one's fun. I do like this one. I've got the serpent. That would be a fun one to do. Well, serpent, eel, something like that. Yeah, this book is just beautiful. I love Joseph Cattenbang's work. This one would be a good one, maybe, with the octopus or kraken or whatever it might be, and the turtle. So maybe. But yeah, I love Joseph Cattenbang's artwork, especially his more recent stuff. I do only have 2 books, so it's this one and Aviary. But there are more on my wish list, which I will be purchasing this month. So yeah, that was Labyrinth. Again, I'm not sure if I'll get round to that, but that option is there. Then we've got Magical Creatures, and this is all artwork by Fabiana Atanasio, and there is a double page mermaid spread at the front of the book. I haven't broken the spine just yet, so I'll probably do that once I do start colouring in it. This one could be a fun one to do, but there's a lot of open space, so I'm not sure about this one, but it's a good option. Again, it's a double page spread, so maybe that one. That could be quite fun. I like the fact that the scales are drawn in as well, so I haven't got to do that myself, because I kind of like that when it comes to the mermaids. So yeah, that's Magical Creatures. Then we've got Dark Fantasy by Securum's Illustrations, I believe. This was gifted to us many years ago. I haven't coloured in it personally, but there are a few pages in here that have had some watercolour put on it, so they're just like whips, as it were. I don't like leaving whips, so this book does hurt me a little bit flicking through, and it's like, it's got stuff started, but I also don't know how to tackle this book too much, being watercolour. But yeah, so I found this page, absolutely beautiful. This is watercolour paper, so it could go in with watercolours, but I don't actually own any watercolour paints. I just have Neocolor 2s and watercolour pencils, so Inktense, and the Albert Drawers. I do have alcohol markers. I don't think I'd want to put alcohol marker on here. But yeah, I do want to invest in some watercolours and play around with those and learn a new medium, because it's not something I'm used to doing, but I think it'd be fun to do. And then the other one in here was this one at the back of the page, back of the book, sorry, which is the front cover. So I could use that as inspiration. But again, this page is just absolutely stunning. I do like that one. So that is an option, but like I say, I think I'd want to do watercolour in here. Pencils probably would work, but we shall see. Maybe I would get one of those done. Then we have A Million Sea Creatures by Lulu Mayo. I haven't tagged anything in here because, well, the book is sea creatures, so that would count for quite a few. But if I try and do something from Jess over at Colour and Bumblebee, we've got, what was it, shells, boats, lily pads and shelves. So I'm sure there's all sorts of pages in here with those on it. Yeah, this one's really cute. I love this page. The otter, again, addicted to otters, and mermaid as well on that one, so that would work for the mermaid. I love this page. I tried to do it for Christmas but didn't get round to it with the little sled and Christmas presents. Crab's cute. That could work for shell. Again, this one would work for shell plus mermaid. We've got a boat. We've got two boats. Yeah, this would probably be one of those books that I'll pick up and just pick a page at random when it comes to it. I wouldn't mind getting into this one. I really enjoyed doing the other two books last month, so yeah, it would be fun to do some in this book. Again, there's some more Lulu Mayo books that I wish to purchase, but I want to colour more in these ones first before I go ahead and get another one. I mainly want the kittens one. That one is so cute, and I do want the new one that's coming out. Is it House of Wonder or something like that? I do want that one. Yeah, this book is so cute. I could probably pick any of these pages, apart from the Christmassy themed ones. I don't think I'd do those. Little beluga whales, really cute. A little kitty cat. But yeah, super cute. I'm not going to tag anything in that one. Like I say, it'd be a case of picking a page as and when. Then we've got I've mislaid my piece of paper that I had all these written down, and I haven't wrote it down yet, but I think this is the fairy tale. It's the fairy tale book anyway. If I find the thing when I edit, I'll pop it down on the screen what the translation for this one is. And we have this double page spread, and this page scares the bejeebus out of me. There is a lot going on. It is absolutely stunning. But yeah, I don't even know where to even begin. I think I'd have to break it down in sections. I think maybe do the border first, and then just do little sections at a time, and then once that's all blocked in, I think it would be maybe fairly easy to do. But yeah, this is just absolutely adorable. But yeah, I don't think this is the right page for me to jump into this book with. It depends on how much of a challenge I want, really. But yeah, it's the only one that I found in this book with the mermaid and that in. But this is an absolutely beautiful book, and I do want to get something done in here. I may leave it until next month, maybe pick something else, but we shall see. Then we've got Tales from Atlantis by Hannah Carlson, and again I haven't tagged anything in this one. There are a lot of pages in here I could choose from. There's some mermaid pages, some underwater scenes, again I think this is one of those that I will pick when I come to choosing a page and what book I want to do. I do like this seahorse page. I love the double page spreads in here, and although they are double page spreads, this is a smaller book, so if you was to look at this and then say put in it against, one sec, like say a square book, a mythographic book, or a Kirby book or something, you've only just got that little extra space. So technically yes, it's a double page spread, but it's not a massive image, if that makes sense. So yeah, a double page spread in here may be doable, although maybe not this one. There's a lot of little details on this one, but maybe going in with watercolour or something, like watercolour pencils to base it might be an option. But yeah, there's some stunning pictures in here. At the minute I haven't got a clue which one I would pick. It'd be one of those I'd sit down and choose when it comes to it. I like this one. I think that would be really fun. We got the two mermaids. This one would be quite fun again for Erica's challenge, and do maybe each mermaid in a different colour for the seasons, and then obviously where the tails are crossing over between each page, it would incorporate the colours on both sides. That could be a fun option actually. So maybe do say summer for this one and then say winter for this one, but what we could do is maybe bring the winter colours from that down onto the seabed, and then the summer colours from the mermaid down onto this seabed. That could be quite fun actually. That's a possibility. There's a lot of open space up here for water, but neo colours, I think. Hopefully the neo colours work in this book. I haven't obviously tested it. Probably test it out on there isn't actually a tester page in this one. I could always test it out on this bit. I don't mind sacrificing that, but usually neo colours work fine. I love this. This swan's beautiful. Again, another mermaid. That would be quite fun. Yeah, I just love this book. This would be super fun with all these fish. Lots of different colours. Or even do a limited colour palette. I think I'd get a bit bored of doing all those scales, mind you. But at least the scales are different on each of them, so I suppose it wouldn't be too bad. I love these two. Again, that would be fun to do 2 different seasons on that one as well. And I wouldn't have to do both if I didn't want to. If I didn't have time, I could just do one or the other. Yeah, absolutely stunning. I love this duck. It's so cute. This one's nice as well. I like this. I like colouring crystals. I'm not very good at it, but I do like colouring crystals. This frog's cute. Yeah. Untouched book. And I could probably colour the majority of that. So I do like that one. Then we have Midnight Masquerade, and I tagged, let's see, don't actually remember anymore. Oh yes, these two. Again, I could do the two different colour palettes. This one would look fun in the winter, maybe summer or spring. I think that would be really fun. The hair does go into the next page, but I think that would look really fun. That is a good contender. I do like the faces on this as well. So that's Midnight Masquerade. Okay, so next up we have Spirit Animals. And I've picked a couple in this one. So we've got this double page spread. So this one's giving me proper Ursula vibes from Little Mermaid. I think this one would be really cool in purples and pinks. I think that one would be quite fun to do. And although it's a double page spread, there's not really a lot on this page to colour other than all this open space. But yeah, I could just go in with maybe some bubbles or something, just make some bigger ones. Not sure yet. Then we have these two, and I love the face on this one, again with the scales. I think this one would be a really fun one to do. Don't have to do both pages, but most probably would, just so that they tie together. And then this double page. Again, there's a lot of open space, so although it's a double page, there's not really a lot on there, so that could technically have been put in there maybe. But that one could be a fun one as well. I think that one would be quite fun to do. Again, Erica's thing, but do it sort of start with spring, summer, fall, winter maybe. That could be a fun one. Yeah, so that's Spirit Animals. Okay, next up we've got Daydreams, and there are quite a few in here that I have tagged. So I saw this one, I thought it was quite fun. So with the boat and all the waves and water down here with some shells and some jellyfish, some starfish, fish, and these mushrooms. I thought this would be quite fun. I think there's going to be a lot of Posca going on down here. I think that one could be quite a fun one to do. Then we have these seahorses with the shells on this page maybe, or the jellyfish. What else? This stunning page. Again, I love the face. Double page, but again, there's not a lot really there. There's a lot of open space but I could probably do a border on this one. But yeah, that could be a contender. I think that one will be quite pretty once done as well. And then the jellyfish and all this coral, I think this again would be really fun. Lots of colours, bright colours. Could even go pastel tones. I think that one would be quite nice as well. So that's what I picked in Daydreams. Then we've got Moon Valley, and what did we pick? Oh yes, the octopus page, or the octopies, however you want to say it. I think that one would look really pretty. And these two, so we've got a little mermaid up here with a little underground palace and some coral fish and jellyfish, and then we've got this beautiful mermaid here, which I think would look really fun. And just have to colour this in, don't have to do anything in the background if don't want to, so maybe one of these would be a good idea, because there's not really a lot going on, a lot of open space on this one. But yeah, some neo colours, maybe watercolour background, Albert Durers or something. Might even do some ink tents. But yeah, I think probably those over. Oh, I've got those as well. Sea dragons. They could be quite fun, maybe. But yeah, or maybe this one. Again, I like that it's bordered, so you haven't got to do a full page. So yeah, maybe one of those in Moon Valley. Then we've got Wildflower Folk, and I keep putting off colouring in this book, and I don't know why. I should just jump straight in. I initially saved it because I wanted to colour with polychromos in this book. I know Prismacolors work in here, but I wanted to do polychromos because they keep a point better, so I think they'd be better for hair. Maybe do a combination, so I might do, say, skin with Prismas and hair maybe with polychromos. But yeah, I keep putting off jumping in this book because I don't want to ruin it. It is absolutely stunning. I can just sit there and just flick through the book and just admire the artwork in the grayscale. It is just stunning. But yeah, I'm trying to get out of that mindset of I don't want to ruin a page, because I'm not getting any younger and I want to colour the pages that I really enjoy. I know a lot of people save their favourite pages because they don't think their colouring's good enough and things. I kind of feel like that, but then at the same time, like I say, I'm not getting any younger, and I want to be able to enjoy those pages, and then when the books get passed down to my kids, they've got something to look back on and some really pretty artwork, regardless of whether I think it's good or not. But yeah, anyway, Wildflower Folk. Sorry, I've got a bit of an itchy eye. There are a few mermaid pages in here and underwater themed girls and things. So I have tagged one, which is the Little Mermaid, but I know there are more in here. Let's see if we can find them. Yeah, I wanted to do some in February for February, but didn't get round to it because, like I say, I only just got my polychromos last month, and I've been practicing using them in other books. But I would like to get in here and just say, sod it, go for it. But yeah, I thought there was... maybe not. So this was the first one. So this is Little Mermaid. I think if I did one, it'd probably be this one that I'd start with. She's so cute. I love these big eyes. But yeah, I love her, the little curly hair. I love my long, well, I miss my long hair. I don't have long hair no more. I've got a short pixie cut. Just 'cause it's easier to maintain. But yeah, I used to love my long hair and used to have to do curls. Never used to stay, used to drop because my hair's quite heavy. But yeah, love it. And there are some more. So we've got this one. We've got Mermaid's Pal. I don't think I'm ready to try and do this top. It looks like it's sort of like sheer material, see-through. I'm not quite sure on how to do that. I think I'd need to look up maybe some tutorials or something. I'm sure someone's got some ideas on how to do that, or I can message some people that I know that have coloured this and ask for some ideas. But there is that one. This page is stunning. I love this one. We've got this one. I think this one would be beautiful as well. So she could be maybe a contender, but I do think the little chubby one at the front, Little Mermaid, I think is probably the one that I would go for first. She's more of a water nymph, I think, than a mermaid, but underwater theme, so that could work. I'm looking forward to the other 2 books that are coming out later in the year, but I really need to get into this book before I buy those, although I'm still going to buy them regardless. But yeah, they are just stunning. Let's see, I'm sure there's another one in here. I might be wrong. I think there's more fairies than there are mermaids in here. This one would be lovely for Christmas. I love this one, the Troll Girl. Absolutely stunning. So we've got this one there. This is a water nymph. I think that's it. The wizard's gorgeous. I love that she's done a male character, and that owl is so cute. It reminds me of Sword in the Stone, Merlin and our little Archimedes. This one's beautiful. Again, this one, I mean, they all are. But yeah, I think if I was to dive into this book, it's going to be this one. And I probably will do Little Mermaid colours. I'm not sure yet. But yeah. Maybe I will take the plunge. I might get a Copic alcohol marker just to base the skin, maybe. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, absolutely stunning. So watch this space. May end up doing one eventually in this book. So we've got Mythic World. So this would work with the hashtag Mythical Creatures by Maryfullcolours. There is literally mythical world, so mythic creatures throughout the book. However, I have only tagged the one which is this mermaid page here. And again, it gives me Ursula vibes with the 2 eels of Flotsam and Jetsam. Jetsam? Yeah. So yeah, I can see this in like purples and greens, and yeah, I think that would look absolutely stunning. So that's a good contender for Mythic World. Then we have Pop Manga colouring book, and there are quite a few mermaid and like water themed pages in here. Not sure which one I would pick, but I wouldn't mind getting one of these pages done in here. I think it's more likely going to be one of these sort of pages, just a face. I don't think I would have time to do anything other than that in here. I love this picture. Her artwork is so fun. The eyes like this, they freak me out. I'd have to draw some eyes in. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. I mean, this, I love this. Maybe this one. And I don't know what water mediums are like on this paper, so I'd probably have to test it in the back of the book somewhere. Or at the front of the book. Maybe do some watercolours watercolour pencils, new colours, something. But yeah, there are some really gorgeous pictures in here. So cute. This little character makes me giggle. I love this one. So this could be a good one with the wolf, and then we've got the sea creatures down here. This page reminds me of oh, The Wild Robot, if you've seen that film. Such a lovely film. I absolutely didn't cry, honest. But yeah, that was a lovely film, that was. Just reminds me of that. This one's quite busy, but also at the same time I don't think it would take that long. There's quite a lot of hair, but maybe. I would like to get one of these done in here. I love the steampunk pages, they're fun. Not very good with metal, mind you, but again, it's a nice challenge. This page, I have no idea what I'd do for this one. I think I'd probably get some distress inks for this page, I think that'd look quite fun. A little kitty page. But yeah, I've only got 2 of Camilla's books. I want them all, but told myself I need to colour in these first before I get any more, and she has got another one coming out soon as well, all on cats. So yeah, if I can get some pages done in here over the next couple of months, I may warrant getting some more of her books. Then we've got Mermaids and Other Sea Creatures. Again, so many in here that I could choose, but it would probably be, again, a small image like this, maybe. Don't have to necessarily colour all this background. This is beautiful. This is stunning, but there's a lot going on there. I'm skipping a few pages here, but again, I think this is one of those that when the time comes to colouring it, I will pick a page and then roll with it. This axolotl page is beautiful. Yeah, I love her artwork. It's so different to everything else that we've got. So fun. These are so cute. I love this one as well. Yeah, you could really go crazy with colour in this book as well. So that's Mermaids and Other Sea Creatures. Then we have Enchanted Earth, and there was a couple I think I picked in here. So we've got this, I believe a bathtub, acting as like a boat, and all the water in here, and there's a little ship up here, and the jellyfish, the fish. I think this one could be quite a fun one to do. Then we also have the Mermaid, and she's absolutely beautiful. And I did enjoy colouring in Dream Voyage. So the paper is really, really good. I nearly said it's delicious. I don't eat my paper, I promise. But yeah, I think this one would be really fun. All the sun rays coming down there. So yeah, I think if I was to pick one, it'd probably be this one. So that's in Enchanted Earth. And then we have This one, Mermaid de Bonheur. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I'll try and find the English translation for that and pop it up on the screen. And there's this double page spread, and my daughter keeps on at me to colour this, but I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, that's a lot. I can't quite work out what this is. I think it's some sort of coral, like the fan coral, maybe. I know this is some sort of coral down here and the fish and things, but yeah, I just think these cat mermaids, they are so cute. But she's always saying, oh mum, you should paint that one, colour that one. And obviously when I said about Mermaid, she's like, that one, it's got to be that one. So who knows, I may get into doing this one, I might not. I don't like whips, but I think this might be something that I might have on the side of the table, just to do a little bit here and there maybe. Who knows. But yeah, I do love this book. Just haven't had a chance to get round to colouring in it. Same with all of these books really. Then we've got Romantic Country, the second tale. And this is the only Romantic Country that I haven't coloured in so far. And I found, again, another double page spread. And this one reminds me of the scene in Little Mermaid when she's in her little cave with all her knickknacks and thingamybobs and that. But yeah, instead of flounder, the fish, we've got a dolphin. But yeah, I do like this page. There is a lot going on though down here with all these little trinkets and pictures and things. But yeah, I think again it's one of those, I have to tackle it in little sections, so maybe just colour this bit here and then do the castle and these what little baskets are they? Little baskets down here and the treasure. And I think once you focus on doing little bits at a time, it will soon come together. But yeah, that's a maybe. I'm not sure if this is the first page that I want to colour in this book, mind you, but again, the option is there. So that's Romantic Country, the second tale. Then we have Gnomes in the Neighbourhood. This book is so fun. I've also got the Mermaid's book, which will come up later because I've already coloured in it, and the Fairies book. I want the gnomes, not gnomes, this is the gnomes. I want the goblin one, which she just released, and then the bird one. But again, I want to colour in more in the ones that I've got before I purchase the others. So in this one, we have this mermaid with the relaxing gnome doing some fishing. I think that one would be kind of fun to do. And then there is also this one, the gnome wooing the mermaid with some flowers there. I think that one could be really sweet. And then there is this one with the gnome colouring or doing a painting of I think this is actually one of the pages that's in the Mermaid book. I may be wrong, but and I think this is one of the pictures in here as well. I think that one could be quite fun as well. But yeah, I wouldn't mind getting one of these done in this book. Such a fun book. Then we have Circle of Life, and I've tagged quite a few in here. So we've got this ship with the shark and the jellyfish. I think this one could be a fun one to do. We have this massive whale with double page spread. This one looks really fun. I'm not sure if I'd get around to doing this again. It'd be one that I tackle a little bit at a time. But I do love all this like little doodles of the coral and shells and things all within the image. I do love that page, it's beautiful. Then we have these two. So we've got the whale on this side with the lighthouse and the little penguins with the island. But I don't think I'd want to do another page with Northern Lights. I did quite a few of those in the winter. I had a little bit of a nightmare with them, so maybe leave that one. But that is an option if I want to tackle that again. We've got these two jellyfish. I think this one would be really fun to do, like a yin and yang type thing. So 2 different colours. I think that one could be a good contender. And then we have these two. We've got the crab on the right. So that would be quite a fun one. And then these crabs, hermit crabs on this side with the seaweed and the fish. That's a possibility. We've also got the shells. So we've got this one over here with all the various shells. I think that'd be quite fun with lots of different colours. And also this one on this side with all the coral and seaweed and the fish. I do like this one. We've also got the dolphins. I like this one. I think that could be a good one. Again, the nautilus shell with all the little creatures all within. I think that one would be fun as well. Not sure how I'd colour that though. But yeah, that could be a good challenge, to be honest. Then we've got these. We've got the 2 seahorses and the shells. I do love that page. And this one is gorgeous. The turtle with the sunset in his shell. I'm leaning towards this one. But I do also like this one as well. We also have the octopus and the sharks. I think that one would be super fun. We've got this one as well with the ship's wheel. That could be an option with the boats. And what else do we have? We've got the orca, the narwhals, squids. This one could be fun. Could always do the fish as well. Although it's not really sea themed, but it's still water. And I think that's it. I think I am leaning towards doing this one though, to be honest. I do like that page. But yeah, we shall see. I do want to try and get some more of the pages done in these books. Well, start them, shall I say. Not more pages. I need to actually start them. And then the last one from my untouched books is in Fantasia. This again was gifted to me, and it has been previously coloured in, not by me. But I would like to do a page in here, and the page I found was this mermaid. And again, this is wallpaper. Oh my lord, this is watercolour paper. Words are really hard. I'm still half asleep. So yeah, this is watercolour paper. So I think this one would be really fun. It's single-sided, so again I could probably use alcohol markers as well as a base maybe. But that one could be quite fun to do. I'm not sure though on this one. I keep putting off colouring in this book. I don't know why. But yeah, it's a lovely book. Yeah, so that's Fantasia. Okay, so that was all of my untouched books, and now are just some random ones that I have already coloured in, that I found a few pictures in that I wouldn't mind maybe colouring, or just for some inspiration maybe. So we've got Aviary, again by Joseph Kattenbank. This book, I love this one. I think this is my favourite one out of the 2 that I've got already. My mind may change once I get more books, but yeah, this one, oh, I could colour every single page in here. absolutely love it. But I did find this one. So although it is aviary, there is these turtles with wings, which I think is very fun. And you've got a little paper boat with a little girl in there. I think this one would be absolutely stunning once done. I can see like teal colours and greens and pinks. Yeah, I think that one would be absolutely beautiful. I wouldn't mind doing that one and getting back into this book. Not sure how many books I probably would do from ones that I have coloured. I might try and focus on the books that I haven't this month, but we shall see. So that was Aviary. Then we have Teddy Bear Therapy, and I found a page in here with a mermaid, and that's this one with the teddy bear reading a book. And yeah, this is just absolutely beautiful. I love the teddy bears in here. They are so cute. Just recently did a page in here which you'll see in our April plan video. But yeah, I loved colouring in this book. That one would be fun to do. Then we have A Million Magical Creatures, and we have these pages. So we've got the little otter with the mermaid tail and the unicorns with the mermaid tails, and same over here. We have the double page spread here with the moon boat, and again the unicorn mermaids there. This one's really cute. What else do we have? We've got the jellyfish magic roundabout type thing, the fairground. That one would be cute. I love the little werewolf with the oh, I'm really struggling with my words today. Unicorn horn. I think that one would be really cute. Again, the rays. That one looks really fun. And we've got this double page spread. And the little cat with a mermaid tail. I love this page. I like when they add male characters in books as well. You don't see it very often. At least I don't see it very often in the books that I've got anyway. And then we've got this sleeping mermaid at the back with the seal unicorn. So this could be a good one to do. It's just a small page, a small image. So maybe that one. So that's A Million Magical Creatures. Then we have the under the water under the microscope, or yeah, this one. I can never remember the translation for these. I should really write them down. Yeah, I haven't written it down, but yeah, it's this one. There is a lot of pages in here that I could possibly do. I have already coloured in this one, so I probably won't get to this book, but the option is there if I want it. But this book, yeah, just I love it. This was nearly my project book for the year, but I chose the land one instead. And maybe I'll pick this one next year so I can focus on this one a bit more. But yeah, just stunning. I do like Rita's artwork. This one I've done. So I could just come in and just do a really simple page like this, just to get a page done. Even something like this, could even draw in a mermaid. Again, I can't really draw, but I could still give it a try. I think that would look quite fun. Yeah, I do love this page. I even like these sort of pages that are like the wallpaper pages. They could be a fun way just to bit of mindless colouring. Doesn't matter what colours you slap down, even if you just sort of tie it with the colours next to the page next to it. But yeah, I'm not going to flick through all the pages because I am over an hour long now already. So I do hope you've got a drink with you and some snacks. So next up we have Petit Poupée. So I've got the main colouring book and I've also got the bookmarks. So in the bookmarks there is the Little Mermaid, which could be a fun one to do, and then the Ursula with Flotsam and Jetsam. I love this one, her little pouty face. So yeah, we've got those. I wouldn't mind getting some more bookmarks done, to be fair, then I can tear them out and use them as page markers. And then in the main book we have Ariel, and I just love how cute and dumpy she is. Typical of a little child, isn't it? When they get their little podgy stage that they have. Yeah, so cute. I would love to get into this book again. I might even just colour in this one this month, just because I love this book. We got Ariel. Sorry, Ursula. I knew I said the word wrong the second it came out of my mouth. This one's cute. She looks very mischievous. And then we've got another Ariel with Flounder. So cute. And then another Ursula with the two eels, Flotsam and Jetsam. I think it's Flotsam and Jetsam. Yeah. Beautiful. I love this book. What was the one that I did? It was the Snow White. Yeah, enjoyed doing that, so I wouldn't mind getting back into this book as well, maybe this month. Okay, we have Fairy Celebrations. This is the only Clara Mokova book that I have, and this was kindly gifted to us a few years ago. I haven't purchased any myself, they're just so expensive to get over here. But yeah, I would love her whole collection, but yeah, it is very pricey. But in here is a little section with some mermaids in. I believe she does this in all of her books, so they're in seasons, and then in the middle usually there's a few mermaid pages. So we've got this one with the perfume bottle and the fish, the little fairy, absolutely stunning. We've got this cute little seahorse and the little houses, the quay. I love this page, and the little anglerfish. I love how she draws her seahorses, they are so cute. Then we've got this one with the seahorses again, and all the candles. Don't see how a candle would be burning underwater, mind you, but you need to use your imagination. I love that he's holding this little anglerfish. Kind of reminds me again of Bedknobs and Broomsticks, the scene when they're underwater in his little pyjamas. And then we've got this one, which I believe is maybe a mother and daughter, and the octopus. This one's beautiful. And then we have this one, which I think it's basically her looking at her wedding dress, maybe. I think that one would be really fun to do. Yeah, I love that page as well. And I think, yeah, that's all of the mermaid ones in this book. Again, I wouldn't mind getting back in here. I have coloured a couple in here, so I'm not worried if I don't get into this book. But yeah, it would be nice to maybe get another one of these done. Then we have Botanicum, and found a couple in here. So we have these cute little seals with the coral and seaweed. I think that one would be a really fun one and super quick. And then this mermaid page of her holding the ship and all these waves. It's very similar to the other one that we found in was it Moon Valley? I think it was Moon Valley. Very similar. So that's Botanicum. My pile's getting bigger and bigger. Then we've got 50 mythical miniatures, and again this could work for Maryfullcolours mythical creatures because it's all mythical creatures, but I did tag the Mermaid in here. This will be a really quick one to do if I wanted to come in with some alcohol markers. I don't know what that is on my page, but okay. But yeah, if I wanted to come in with some alcohol markers and some pencil over the top, this one I have just done alcohol markers in here, no pencil shading, but that'll be a nice quick one to do, just a bit of simple mindless colouring. Then we've got Mythomorphia, and we've got these two. I think it's a Leocampus and a Hippocampus, if I'm right. I love these two pages. Again, this would work for Erica's hashtag with the two different seasons. I think that would be very fun to do. I love this page. What else did we have? We've got this double page spread. Absolutely not for this month. There is a lot going on in this page. However, it is beautiful. Who knows? I might have a colouring splurge and end up completing loads of double page spreads, but I highly doubt it. And then we've got this beautiful siren. I love this page. I can see this coloured as well. Maybe. Like I say, I do want to try and do as many pages as I can in my untouched books, but it would be nice to get some more in these books as well. And I love these two pages. Again, it's nice to see a merman and a male character. Again, with the colour palette, can do the two different seasons, which would be really fun, and can even sort of tie the two colours together somehow as well. I do love those two pages. Even if just getting one side done, it's a start. But yeah, just wish I had more time. I mean, I'm a full-time carer, so I look after my mum, so I am at home 24 hours a day, so I do technically have the time, but I do have other things that I need to get done as well, obviously, life and all that. But yeah, so we've got Dark Fairy Tales, and those that have this book know there is a nice little section in here of the Little Mermaid, and we've got the beautiful version of the mermaid at the top, and then her dark, sinister siren self in the reflection. I absolutely love this page. I've seen so many people colour this, and it just looks stunning. Same with this one. I've seen this one done as well lots of times. Just beautiful. And what I'd think was Ursula if he was looking at the traditional fairy tale, but yeah. And then this double page spread with, although they're not really mermaids, they're more sirens. But yeah, I think this is just gorgeous. All this treasure down here would be really fun. Yeah, I do love this. I love this book. I'm itching to get back into it, but like I say, I'm trying to focus on some of my untouched books and only so many hours in the day. Okay, a couple more books left. So we've got Dream Voyage. I love this book. I received this as a early release copy. It's obviously released now, and this was the page that I did really enjoyed colouring in here. But there are a few water themed pages in here, but this was the one that I picked, with the mermaids and this book in the background, and then this sort of, was it like a griffin unicorn hybrid thing, and yeah, it's just gorgeous. Love this page. And the dolphins, the jellyfish. I think this one would be really fun to do. So that's Dream Voyage. Then we've got Romantic Country, the third tale, and found this double page spread. I'll pop this back in again just in case I do decide to somehow miraculously do one of these pages. And yeah, this is just beautiful. Again, it looks like there's a lot, but in reality there isn't. It's just all this water, which probably just go over with a water medium, and then just add some shading just to change the colours up, and then all that's left really is just the flowers and the rock, and then these buildings in the background, and then whatever to do for the sky. So, yeah, to be honest, although that looks like a lot, I don't think it really would, to be honest. Maybe. I would like to get some double page spreads done, but we shall see. So that's Romantic Country, third tale. I'm trying to quicken up because, like I say, we're nearing on an hour and a half now. So then we've got Fairy Tales, and I found this mermaid, and she is beautiful. I do like this one, and with the jellyfish and the seahorses and all the coral. I can see this one in lots of bright colours. This one would look fun in the summer colour palette again that Erica's chosen. I'm pretty sure Erica's ears are going to be burning with me mentioning her name so many times in this video. But yeah, that book page even is stunning. I do love this book. As much as I love the new one, the Fairy Tales and Folklore, which was a reprint, I still actually think I prefer this one. I don't know why. I think it's probably because this was the first book that I got of hers, so I'm used to seeing the pictures in here. But yeah, they are so cute. But yeah, anyway, Fairy Tales. And then the last one is Mermaids in Paradise, and there's no point in me flicking through this book, all of it anyway, because it is just mainly mermaids. Other than this one, there is no mermaid on this page. But yeah, every page has some sort of mermaid on it. And again, I wouldn't mind getting another one of these done. Oh, there's another one that hasn't got a mermaid in. But yeah, I love this one with the tiki masks. Yeah, this is the one that I've already done. This was so fun, adding all this glitter in. But yeah, I can do alcohol markers again now that I've got some. When I did this one, I didn't have any. So this was all, I think this was just Prismacolor maybe. And then soft pastel in the background. I think that's all I used on there. But yeah, I've got, like I say, I've got water mediums now. And, oh my lord, words. Alcohol markers. I'm so sorry. I'm getting tired already, and it's only morning. But yeah, could always do that with the alcohol markers as a base, and then come in with pencil afterwards. But yeah, there's some really, really pretty pages in here. And again, I wouldn't mind getting another one done. But I think if I'm going to do a mermaid page, I think it is going to be in the gnome one, just so that I've got one done in that book. But this book is here as an option. There are some really fun ones that I could do in here. I love this tiki mask one again. I don't think there's actually a mermaid on this page. No, I do love these little birds though. Yeah. Just love it. So yeah, so that is also an option if I choose it. Another one with tiki masks. I don't see the mermaid in that one either. Yeah, love this page. Yeah, I would like to get into this one as well. So that is all of my books and the ones that I've tagged as possibilities. Not sure which ones I am going to get to, but I want to try and get, like I say, at least four done, or 4 books from my yearly project books, and then hopefully tackle some of my untouched books, and at the same time doing the hashtags. So there will probably be more hashtags pop up throughout this week. If I see some other ones pop up, then I might change what I'm doing. Not too much, because I do want to focus on doing as many mermaids as I can, because why not? Mermay, it's only once a year, and I wouldn't mind participating in as many of those as I can. And like I say, sorry Erica, I'm mentioning your name again. I would like to do her colour palettes. I think that's going to be quite a fun little challenge, and then haven't really got to think too much because the colours are already chosen for me. So yeah, I think that one will be really fun to do. I do also want to try and do maybe a colour along on the channel this month. I will try and be brave and do one. I'm not sure which page or book I am going to do it in. If anyone's got any suggestions or want a colour along on anything that I have shown, please do let me know. If not, I will just randomly pick something and give it a try and see how it goes. So I do apologise that this video is very long, but if you did enjoy it, please consider liking and subscribing. It does really help. And until next time, happy colouring and see you next time. Bye.